What's going on, everybody? Coach Chris back, the wise guy. Another day here on YouTube, and today we're in it's a beautiful day, of course. Again, what a beautiful week. It's gonna be interesting when it rains. Today we're in Deer Lake in British Columbia. We are in Deer Lake, which, as you can see right behind me, is a lake, and these are the geese. I didn't bring any food for the geese, they're expecting food. But the lake's right behind me, and you can do things on that lake like rent paddle boats and rowboats, and you can fish. Little guy, son and father fishing right there. Not that they'll catch anything, but there is fish in that lake. But you can rent things, you can go paddling, you can do stuff there. The city right behind me, so if you see those towers in the background on my far right, that's where my neck of the woods is. So we are in Burnaby, British Columbia. We're gonna take a walk along. I don't know if I'll get around this lake, but we'll take a walk around this neighborhood. I'm gonna walk over to the pier first. So today we are going to talk Amazon FBA, selling on Amazon. The comments are the content. Let me just make sure this is on. There we go, we are set up. So your comments are the content. Let me know what's going on. This is an odd time, it's 3 o'clock, it's not lunchtime. It's the end of the day, you guys are probably going home. If you're going home for work, but I will walk around and we'll talk about the neighborhood. We'll go explore. Let's take a look here. So that's the boat rental place. Hello. If you want to rent a boat, you guys can head over here to the dock, take a look at the boats that they have. Stay apart, keep to the right. I probably shouldn't even bother going on this dock, but I will. I'll stay to the very far right. Check out that day, man. It's a nice day for a boat ride. It's really affordable to get yourself a boat for a half an hour, jump on this lake and paddle around. We went fishing on here with my little guy, my son and my daughter, 7 and 9. We took them on a rowboat, brought the fishing rods, caught nothing whatsoever, except for the wind kept gusting us over to the side. Paddle boats. This place goes pretty far. Ooh, any fish? Nice. Look at all the lily pads. Check it out. So you can actually walk around that whole side. I think you can walk around this side. We'll take a look and see how far we can go. You can walk everywhere. They're fishing for some stuff. That's what my kid would do too. If he caught one fish, he'd be playing with it in the bucket, like that little guy right there. Catch one fish and you'd be in the bucket. So quickly, first I want to apologize. Yesterday I crashed, I completely crashed and didn't go online to do a midnight live like I said I would. And that's why I want to apologize, because I don't like to make promises and fail. It's embarrassing. So I'll definitely promise you guys, if you guys were waiting for me, again, I apologize, but I promise you guys I will be live tonight. And we're gonna build a mall tonight. We're gonna build an online arbitrage mall. part 2 of my online arbitrage strategies and system for sourcing product to sell on Amazon. We're gonna build a mall. We're gonna put some stores in that mall. We're gonna populate that mall with places we would shop for the best inventory that we can buy. That's the whole goal. And we'll look at different types of retailers versus distributors versus manufacturer direct versus wholesalers. A little bit. We'll talk about all those guys. What's going on, Brian? I didn't. Jazzed. Yesterday I crashed at midnight. I was done. I was sleeping by then. Yeah, so for all those who waited for me to go live and teach some online arbitrage, I completely failed on that one. I went to sleep. But I made that promise just now that I will be on. We're talking about what the episode will be today. It'll be about building your mall, the types of stores that we'll look at, retailers, distributors, direct, factory direct, wholesalers. If we'll look at all those things that compose a mall and how I actually build my mall so that when I'm actually doing sourcing, I don't have to waste my time thinking. Just go straight to the source. So join me for that. It'll be really fun. Okay, I've never been to this part of the park, so check it out. Got trails on this side. Now if you go up there, there's some actual gorgeous homes just up the side. Yeah. Oh, this is a shortcut. We'll go over see some of these homes, do some home dreaming. If you're selling on Amazon, you're like me, you have goals. And we definitely want to upgrade. We want to get into the biggest home we can, sizable home. And whether it's in the city that we're in, which is Burnaby, we'd be happy with that. But my dream destination isn't in the city. It's just on the outskirts. So, you know, if it were in a perfect vision, if I work my vision, achieve my dreams, then I'm gonna head out to Cultus Lake and live the rest of my life out there. But it's a beautiful home right there, just on the mountainside, called Made by the Fortress. It is a fortress. Extends all the way into the back. There's a new one up here that I just want to show you guys before we go into the park. You know, these homes are probably worth 5 mil, maybe more. These could be upwards between 5 and 10 mil. I'll look it up. This address, what is this address right here? This is a beautiful home. It's 3-story home with levels to that stuff. And it's gorgeous. 6686 Deer, this is probably like Deer Lake Parkway or something like that. I don't know what this street is called, but 6686, I'll check it out later. Check out that home. These are not apartments, these are nice, full-size homes. And again, that would be my dream. I definitely want to upgrade. We live in a home, we're trying to sell it for $900,000. Hopefully we sell the building in our condo. Everyone gets about 900 to 1.2 mil. And then I can just take that money and dump it into some new real estate. Oh, look what they're building. So they're extending a cul-de-sac right over there. Fresh, brand new streets. Gonna have some brand new properties that are gonna extend up on the hill as well. Sterling. So 6686 Sterling. Go look that up on MLS. Post in the comment section. 6686 Sterling. Go look up on MLS. Post in the comments, how much is that home worth? So there's a little training ground here. I think I'm gonna train the kids right here. These stairs go all the way up. This would be a nice little training run right here. We're gonna work that out. I just thought about that. We got a grassy area that we could run. We got some good stairs that we could ball handle up. That's a good workout area. And then I love the new open real estate right here. This is turning into a real estate walk, guys. We're doing a little bit of vision building. Work your vision, achieve your dreams, put in the work. Again, I love the Elon Musk saying where he says, look, I work 80 to 100 hours a week. If I work 100 hours a week and the average person works 40 and we're doing the exact same thing, I'm gonna accomplish in 4 months what it takes him a year to accomplish. And I've made that my attitude for the last year, that I will put in 100-hour weeks and the plan is to accomplish in 4 months what it takes people who are doing exactly what I'm doing to accomplish in a year. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna continue to build upon what I do and keep that same work ethic of spending, 100 hours a week working. So things like this, working till midnight, working till 3 a.m., waking up at 8 has been routine for me. And it's hard. That's why sometimes I just can't finish the mission. But it's definitely been routine for me. All right. Brian says, I'm still working a full-time job, so I work at least 80 hours a week. Hey, so we're doing the same thing, right? So we're gonna accomplish the same amount in 4 months that it would take people to accomplish in 4 years. And eventually, Brian, you're probably like me, or eventually you know that it's not gonna make sense for you to work your full-time job. It's gonna make sense for you to put all your eggs into the baskets that give you more return on your investment. I work a full-time job too. And fortunately, the full-time job that I have is very, very beneficial. But it's gonna come a time where, if I can pull in $1 million doing this, I wouldn't have to do, my 9 to 5. So, but aren't these houses gorgeous? Definitely would pull that up, although I don't see a backyard. I have an issue with that. You can't see it through a building. But I need a full-size basketball court. I definitely need a full-size basketball court or an indoor court. Respect these guys if they have indoor courts, but I don't know that they do. Although, just thinking about the size of these homes, the sheer size, you should be able to get a half court in there. But that's a gorgeous one there. I don't like the color though, but I just love the size. Brian says, I was hoping not to go back after COVID, but need a little longer. Yeah, that's the reality is I could stop doing what I'm doing and just focus on this, and I think I'm moving in that direction when it comes to, what you're putting my time into, what I'm passionate about. Unfortunately, COVID stopped me from doing my primary passion, which was coaching athletes, kids, basketball. I would trade everything to do that full time. But Amazon is the platform that, because it frees up my time, will allow me to do what I do. Right now, I work in Fitness Town. I certainly make enough money to pay the bills, go on vacations, buy what I would like to buy, that type of stuff. But it takes all my time away. You're right. We spend 50, 60 hours a week with our 9 to 5s. More important for me is I'd like to claim that time back. If I could claim that time back, that's ultimately where the direction I'm moving in, And then, like I said, live out in the boonies for a while, live out in the sticks, as they call them, and just work my private label business from there, because I don't need to be in a big city. I can do online arbitrage from there. I can come in once a week if I want to do retail arbitrage. If I need some inventory, I can do that. I might even outsource those types of things. So it's definitely the mission. So I'll talk a little bit more about those goals later on, add those to the goal sheets. You know what I mean? All right, let's talk some FBA. Ooh, we could do Father's Day right here. That's a good spot. What do you guys got? Who's a father? Let me know if you're a father.
Then I would never be.
Who's got kids? Brian, do you have any kids? Let me know if you have any children. What do you got planned for Father's Day this weekend? Any plans? You got two kids? So that's your legacy. That's my legacy. I got 4 children. 2 older ones in their 20s, 20 and 21. Then 2 younger ones, 7 and 9 years old. Huh, that's an interesting area. How do you get down here with a car? We'll have to figure that out one day. There's gotta be a way. It's probably a private entrance. Yeah, I definitely have to refocus my goals when it comes to what I want to do in the next year, 18 months, 6 months, 1 year, 18 months, 2 years kind of thing. I don't like to think too far ahead. I want to probably put a lot more emphasis on accomplishing things, you know, in these periods, because they're just achievable for me. I have no control over, I feel like we could obviously sell our condo. It's not a problem. But there's a deal on the block where we could sell the entire building and make a decent return if everyone bought in and sold our building, the entire building, because they want to redevelop. But then COVID hit, so that kind of threw a wrench in there. I don't see that happening for another year, at the minimal, so, or at the least. So we work all day total. One of our units, we have about 7,000, 8,000 insignia products in right now, trying to sort and prep. Nice. That's pretty good. 7,000, 8,000 insignia products. So how long would it take you to get that done? Like an entire day or 2 days? More? Like time-wise, if you were to equate it to like out in hours, how long would it take you to get that done? I'm actually waiting for an online arbitrage shipment. I'm not waiting. I just told my family to wait for it. So I gotta go make a video. But there's a very, very profitable online shipment. I think I was talking a little bit about it yesterday. Is rare stuff sourced from a wholesaler on buy the rest of it, in addition to the 1,000 that I had already spent. So I spent another 1,000 just on a quick buy. So we're trying to flip that. Wow, man, I'm in a unique area. I've never been here before. I wonder if these guys bought any fish. You guys catch anything? No, I never catch anything here. Catch a cold. Hard. You gotta come at like 3 in the morning or something like that. Yeah, man. Beautiful lake, but it's so hard. I don't know how you catch fish in here. There's like little spots here though. Gotta come exploring it. I've lived in Burnaby for 20 years, maybe. Like, well, not 20 years, but maybe like, I've lived in Burnaby since 2000 and when did I start living in Burnaby? Huh. Well, my kids were born in Winnipeg. We moved here we lived in Vancouver for a bit, probably 2006, I believe, when we bought our condo. So 14 years. And I've never found this side of the lake. It's a little fishing spot, I guess. You can fish right under those lily pads. I don't think there's fish in here. You have to have some wicked bait. Even with a boat, I don't know. You gotta have like a fish finder, I think. All right, let's see. The guy I work along with is also a Walmart seller. It will take a week. It's all overstock, so it has to be inspected. He sells Walmart, Best Buy, and Newegg's, as well as on Amazon. Now, I heard that Jet shut down, or Walmart shut Jet down, even though it's my understanding that it was profitable for them. I heard that Walmart shut Jet down. I didn't go check it out, but that's the news. And the funny thing is, what does that mean? I mean, what does that mean? Does that mean much for Amazon sellers? Maybe a little bit of a burst in customers, but really, what does that mean? I'd be interested to look into that. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Brian. You know, it's just interesting. There's so many platforms. I chose one. A lot of people choose multiple platforms. I chose one. I have no passion to or interest to expand into other platforms. See, the problem is if I go this way, I don't know if I can go backwards. I'm gonna have to go backwards. See, there's these one-way signs in this park, and you're not supposed to go the other way. But I don't see any. As soon as I see one, I'm gonna turn around, because it's been 20 minutes. I'll turn around and walk back to my car. But check this out. Little path in the park. I'm in the forest right now. Nova Scotia, my wife and my daughter just did a trip across Canada on CN. They had a deal for kids, I think under 21, $600, unlimited riding, year round, one way. They want me to tow one way? Oh. Huh. I don't want to keep going one way. Can I go this way? Let's go this way. Let's really get lost. Oh, okay, little streams here. Habitat enforcement area. Nice. All right. Yeah, my wife went down to the East Coast. They just did some basic tourism stuff. It was pretty cool. She said she had a lot of Alexander Keiths, and she loved that. And lobsters. She loved that. Obviously, we can get that on the West Coast here, but it doesn't cost the same price as it does over there. It's almost like I'm distracted by being in this park. Doesn't it seem that way? It's me and you, just Brian. So Brian, man, consult away. Let's chat. What is news? Okay, let's go back. So you're killing it. You're doing it in a completely different way than most, like you said. You're buying pallets, overstock pallets. Sign up for the course. That's awesome. It's growing incredibly fast, the course. In what I mean by that is not student wise. Like there's a lot of students in there, but the content, you know, I'm putting a lot more time and energy into what people want to know. You know, like in-store demonstrations, scanning, retail arbitrage. You know, there's like it was found the foundation of my course is private label, but that's the foundation for selling on Amazon. I mean, I tell people, face it, if you don't know how to create a listing, you gotta learn. You have to learn how to create a listing. You know, if you don't know how to manage your Amazon business and turn on all these features and use the back end, you know, there's some learning that you have to do. So it's just the fundamentals of it. Retail arbitrage, online arbitrage. Wholesale has been my thing. Building and adding to my mall has been the thing lately for me. And that's just like, you know, what types of sourcing opportunities are there? Retail, wholesale, direct, distributors, all that type of stuff, right? So it's building on that. You know, the thing for me is, and funny enough is, and I tell people this all the time. I mean, people ask me, is private label dead? Like, is it dead? You know, and it's not. I don't, maybe in the US, but not in Canada, that's for sure.
This is a long way. Okay.
I know, I went halfway up and I fucked up, so I'm going the other way. So, that's so funny. I told you I'd get in trouble for going the wrong way. So, I ain't going around the park to get back out. Fuck that shit. So yeah. So, private label, I always tell people, man, you have to launch a private label product because it's very, very profitable. It's very, very profitable. And in Canada, we are still preemie. We are still below competition. There's still, I mean, look at all the products that are just killing it in the .com, and then try to find them on, and you won't. You'll find that there's no opportunities for people to buy these hot products that are killing it in the .com. But what people aren't adding is they're not adding in that strategy of being first to market on .ca and offering prime for those products on the .ca. So I will continue to stress the importance of private label to people who are looking to sell on Amazon, and that's what my course was initially built on. Then I added in retail arbitrage for more value. And like I said, once it gets to the point where I put in online arbitrage, the system that I use for online arbitrage into the course, and I put in a system that I use for wholesale into the course, that's when I'll jump it up to $500. But right now it'll stay at $297. It'll be there at least until August 1st at that price. And once I add that value, people will kill it. You know, they do. I mean, I'm sure they do. Sellers on the .com do. But it's like, why don't sellers in Canada sell in the US market? They do. They do sell in the US market, but just not everybody. It's like 2 out of every 60, 1 in every 30 might launch their products on the .com. But for the most part, I think people are scared to venture outside of their territory. I think, you know, like, it's like, why don't people get ungated for certain products? They kind of give up at the first sign of resistance. That's too hard. You know, let's just do what we're doing. People don't, because it takes considerable education and experience, and it takes failure. Being told, no, can't do it, you don't qualify, try again. It takes losing some money, messing up, it takes some risk, right? So, like anything, it's like the 1 in every 30 that does is killing it, right? You know, and I might be off on those numbers. I'm really guessing when it comes to those numbers, but I just going off my course and how many people really have said, look, I'm launching in the .com, Chris. What, you know, and that's, you know, what's your strategies there? What's your ideas? What's your comps? So let's talk about that. And because I do it with with private label, it is so damn easy. It's easier than retail arbitrage. Because with private label, you create the listing under your .com, you order your products, you create a fulfillment from your .com, you have it shipped to wherever, Dallas or wherever fulfillment center it's supposed to go to. And I mean, it's no different. This is the exact same. So, you know, and it just as far as setting up the parameters on there, you have to set up the parameters, and that takes some time. But we have time, right? So that's all it is. But everyone should do it. you know, competition is relative. Brian says he doesn't sell on the .com because of the competition. I can't sell anything there. It's relative, right? It certainly is. I mean, think about it. If you think about this, you just have to, I've said this before, work the numbers and the opportunity will present itself. Okay? Work the numbers and the opportunity will present itself. So what that means is like, okay, if you have a product and you look on the .com and you check the general demand on that product, and the demand is 100,000 units, but there's 40 sellers, there's opportunity. 40 sellers, 100,000 units, divide that, what do you got? Right? There's opportunity. Well, even if you look at a product and there's 10,000 sales a month, and there's 10 sellers, that's 1,000 units per seller. There's 20 sellers, 500 units per seller. If there's 40 sellers, that's 250 units per seller that should be available to you. It really is just about working the numbers to see if the opportunity presents itself. That's all it is. So that's what I usually say when people fear that. You just look, the opportunity is there because there's lots of products that do 10,000 units in sales that don't even exist in the .ca. And that's the other flip side, is you can bring them to Canada. You just got to be first to market. You got to be willing to verify that that product is going to do well here. Does it solve a problem? Is it a solution kind of thing? What kind of product is it? Right? So there's strategy behind that, and there you go. That's exactly why you should join the course. And Brian says, what was the Walmart thing? Jet, I'm so restricted in .com, that's why I can't sell there. I get it. Restrictions, I get it. So I think your goal really is just how can we get you ungated for these categories? You know, how can we get you ungated for these categories? So look into that. But the jet.com, Jet is Walmart's online platform. It's their Amazon, jet.com. So when you shop online on Amazon, you could see, obviously, like, I think you said your friend sells on there, sold by Chris's mall, it could be the seller, same thing as Amazon. Or it could be Walmart that's selling, the product, pick up in store or ship. Jet.com is just a platform. It's there. They bought Jet.com. Walmart bought Jet.com years ago, maybe five plus years ago. But anyway, they shut it down. And that's it for Jet. That's it. It's almost like, is that it for online for Walmart? It isn't, because I just did an online arbitrage for Walmart, but I don't know what that means. So I don't know. It'd be like, Walmart owns Amazon, decides, that's it for Amazon, we're shutting it down. What does that mean, right? So that's kind of what I was saying. Yes, let's look into that. That's just something that I'd educate myself with. Because you had mentioned Walmart and your friend selling on those platforms. Ooh, Burmese. My mom would like the Burmese. Burmese mountain goat. So Walmart has its own platform, and it's by request only. Exactly. I don't know. All I knew is they had jet.com, and I don't know. I'm going the wrong way. Oops. Wrong way. All right. Guy's taking a leak. There's a washroom right behind you. Don't go in the I guess the washroom's closed, so he's like, fuck it. I'm going piss in the lake where people swim. What's going on, Black Stack? Yeah, I apologized earlier in this video. I'm gonna apologize again now. I was supposed to go on last night, but I completely crashed. Never woke back up. But tomorrow, tonight I promise, I'll be online. We're gonna do day 2 of talking online arbitrage. We'll do day 2, and we'll talk about building stores, building your mall, what stores you would source from, whether it's retailers, what distributors, what wholesalers, factory, direct, all that type of stuff. We'll build them all, and we'll put that together, and I'll show you the simple way I build my mall, so that I know, you know, again, it really is no different than doing retail arbitrage. You're just structuring it, and then I'll show you how to structure mine, and we'll go through that tonight. And then after tonight, we'll discuss what we're gonna do in the next RA video, the next online arbitrage video. All right, so we're back at the beginning. That was a nice walk and talk. Brian, man, it was awesome. I told you I was doing it during like the most random time. So if you have your notification bells on, then you know when I go live, because it's never when I say I'm gonna go live. I said I was gonna go live at noon. It turned out it was 3. Then I said I'm gonna go live at 3, and I think I didn't get going until 3:15. So it's always a random time. Before I dump out Black Stack, hit me up, let me know your questions. Is the mall product stored at Amazon? No, by building a mall, all I mean is when you're doing online arbitrage, what are your stores? Creating that and compiling that structure, because it's all about structure to be successful on online arbitrage, because that's the slowest. It's one of the slowest methods of sourcing. It can be, it might not always be, but it can be. You have to structure it so that you can be quick and efficient, okay? So sometimes you might close stores down because, well, they don't sell anything. You can't get any inventory for them. So why shop there? You know, and more importantly, it's just like, let me build my list so I can be super fast. Let me prioritize my time so that when I'm doing online arbitrage, I'm hitting the stores that I want, but as quick as the link, clicking the link that goes straight to the inventory that you need to source. So it's about building your mall and building your aisles, right? Building, you know, like I talk about swim, right? Sourcing what inventory you need versus scanning everything. So that kind of stuff. Is the inventory at Amazon or at the suppliers? The inventory is at Amazon, so I know you lost me. The inventory, when I talk about building a mall, I'm talking about sourcing your inventory online so that you can buy it. It'll get shipped to you, and then you will then turn around, create a shipping plan, and ship it to Amazon. So the inventory will come to you, you'll prep it, and ship it to Amazon so that Amazon can fulfill it. That's what I mean. Does that make sense? Or am I completely not answering your question correctly? Let me know. A commercial is always cutting you off. Is there commercials playing during my video? What the hell? That's weird. Well, skip ads, guys. Skip ads. All right, I'm back at the car. Any last words? Let me know. Any last words? A commercial is interrupting me? That's ridiculous. What's for lunch? What is for lunch? Good question, man. Good question. Good question. What is for lunch? What do I want for lunch? I think I want donair. I think I want some lamb donair. We'll be talking, Brian. That's right, man. Connect with me anytime. Email me, coachchrisbecht@gmail.com. I got lots of conversations going on there with all my students and people who want to shout out to me. So we can continue conversation on here. I will see you guys tomorrow and tonight. I promise. Tonight, roughly around midnight. Turn on your notification bell. Peace.